One day in 2009, while hiking up the Tamalpa Trail on Mount Tamalpais, I happened upon a big rock with a mysterious plaque embedded in it. Inscribed on the plaque were words spoken in 1877 by the Lakota Indian mystic Sitting Bull. His words about how Europeans came to this continent and essentially screwed the place up moved me deeply. In the years since then, that rock has become one of my favorite spots on the mountain. A few months ago, I noticed an article in the Mill Valley Chamber of Commerce blog about local artist Zio Ziegler. Zio grew up here in Mill Valley as an avid mountain biker and has become known worldwide for his stream of consciousness murals. In the article, Zio spoke about painting a new mural on the wall of our local cinema. He said that while he didn't have sketches of the piece he was going to create, he'll likely draw inspiration from the words on the plaque at the Sitting Bull Monument along Tamalpa Trail on Mount Tam. That was enough for me. This man is going to interpret the prophetic words on the monument into a huge public art piece in downtown Mill Valley. I knew that I had to explore further.
I make work from a very eclectic range of sources. I mean, it comes from frustration, sometimes it comes from bliss, others, and confusion and self-discovery. I think that the challenge of something like this, it's almost the visual alignment is too vast for something like this. It would be too big of a project to undertake, so I have to localize it in some capacity. And I think the themes I'm interested in are this world that's existed before us, before our consciousness, and this world that exists now. It's the time collapsed in a way. Some cosmologists said that if you fall into a black hole, time unfolds in front of you in like 2 seconds. The future of the universe unfolds in you in 2 seconds. I think this mural's an attempt to do a similar thing through art, maybe? I mean, not that ambitiously, but the goal is to unite these two histories of humanity have occupied the same place. One which we're not left with photos of, we're just left with remnants of their artifacts, which this current civilization will also be remembered by in its own artifacts one day. So I think the figure in the center, in my best interpretation, because I'm also a viewer of my work, I don't look at myself as the active creator of it, more of a backseat passenger in a way. There's a gesture, there's a yellow gesture over the face. I've looked at that gesture as like the resolution of who people are and who they want to be, like this projected identity. So I think in ways we're going to be remembered in ways we're not expected to be remembered. I think it's a conscious effort for people to remember what the trace they leave behind, right? The aura of who they want to be, or the impact of action that they actually have outside of the routine of their lives. That's almost encapsulated in this dreamlike scene of figures from the past, these primal, timeless, monolithic beings, the spirits of the mountain in a way. And I think the thing that gets me most about this monument is this idea of fences and division and claiming something as personal when it's really universal. So I think what's interesting is you see this female figure in memory of herself as an identity which she has no control over, because time is this amazing compressor. It's a ghost, and I think we can really only control that to some degree with how much impact we have in a very local area. What I find amazing is that when I look at Aegean or Egyptian or Assyrian artifacts for these things, or these megalithic statues with zero provenance, like this site called Göbekli Tepe, which is just found in southeastern Turkey, which dates back allegedly 38,000 years with these stone monoliths. We have no idea for the sources of many of these artifacts, but they were made with great purpose and in order to send a message, allegedly, to the future and to the future civilization. I think if people thought of our legacy a bit more, and their personal legacy, rather than this instant gratification, I think we'd be preserving and taking care of what's around us to another degree. And I guess that mural was a reminder that under this gesture or this remnant of yourself that will be remembered, you're just you're just a whole bunch of molecules vibrating a little bit differently than what's around you. So that remnant is all that's left of your behavior and of your life. In the same way that we find pottery and we find shards of stories, that we have no context for, but we look at with utter astonishment. So what are our artifacts? What's our legacy? I mean, that's what this thing calls into question. And to cast aside, I know it's too idealistic, but to cast aside these incredible divisions and these biases in light of something connecting with our surroundings and with our community.
Behold, my brothers, the spring has come. The earth has gladly received the embraces of the sun, and we shall soon see the results of their love. Every seed is awakened, and so has all animal life. It is through this mysterious power that we too have our being, and we therefore yield to our neighbors, even to our animal neighbors, the same right as ourselves to inhabit this vast land. Yet hear me, people, we now have to deal with another race, small and feeble when our fathers first met with them, but now great and overbearing. Strangely enough, they have a mind to till the soil, and the love of possessions is a disease in them. These people have made many rules that the rich may break, but the poor may not. They take tithes from the poor and weak to support the rich who rule. They claim this mother of ours, the earth, for their own, and fence their neighbors away. They deface her with their buildings and their refuse. That nation is like a spring freshet that overruns its banks and destroys all who are in its path. Sitting Bull, 1877.
Nada